You don't know what you've just done." The crowd parted as Ethan stormed forward, but Amara raised a hand. "Let me handle this." Turning to Vanessa, her voice cut through the tension. "You think that slap defines me? It defines you. I've spent my life fighting people like you. People who think they can diminish me because of my skin, my roots, my strength. You miscalculated. I don't just stand here as Ethan's wife. I stand here as me."
The room froze as the sharp crack of the slap echoed through the glittering gala. A collective gasp sucked the air from the crowd. Every eye locked on the scene unfolding at the center of the ballroom. Vanessa, her face burning with rage, stood over Amara, whose cheek stung red from the blow. The billionaire's wife, poised and elegant in her emerald gown, didn't flinch. Instead, her dark eyes held a quiet storm, one that promised consequences Vanessa couldn't yet fathom. Vanessa, a rising socialite with porcelain skin and a reputation for cutting words, had always thrived on attention. Tonight, she'd planned to cement her place among the elite by confronting Amara, the black woman who'd married billionaire tech mogul Ethan Caldwell. Rumors swirled about Amara, whispers of her being a gold digger or unworthy of Ethan's empire. Vanessa, fueled by jealousy and a toxic mix of prejudice, believed she could expose Amara as an outsider. The slap was meant to humiliate, to prove a point. It was the biggest mistake of her life. Amara, a former civil rights lawyer who'd fought her way from a small town to the top of her field, didn't rise to wealth on charm alone. She was resilience personified, her strength forged in the fires of adversity. As Vanessa's hand met her face, Amara's mind flashed to her childhood, her mother braiding her hair, whispering, "They'll try to break you, but you're unbreakable." She straightened, her gaze unwavering, and spoke softly, "You don't know what you've just done." The crowd parted as Ethan stormed forward, his presence commanding silence. But it wasn't his anger that shifted the room's energy. It was Amara's. She raised a hand to stop him, her voice calm but piercing. "Let me handle this." Turning to Vanessa, she said, "You think that slap defines me? It defines you." Vanessa's smirk faltered as Amara stepped closer, her words slicing through the tension. "I've spent my life fighting people like you, people who think they can diminish me because of my skin, my roots, my strength. But you miscalculated. You see, I don't just stand here as Ethan's wife. I stand here as me." The room buzzed as Amara's composure unraveled Vanessa's bravado. Then came the revelation that shattered Vanessa's world. Amara was the anonymous donor behind the gala's charity, a fund for underprivileged youth that Vanessa's own nonprofit had begged for grants from. The board members in the crowd, once Vanessa's allies, now stared at her with disgust. Her organization's funding, her social standing, her carefully curated image, all hung by a thread tied to Amara's influence. Vanessa's face crumpled. I didn't know," she stammered, her voice breaking. "Please, Amara, I'm sorry. I need that grant. My nonprofit, it'll collapse without it." Her hands trembled as she reached out, but Amara stepped back, her expression unyielding, yet not cruel. "Apologies don't erase actions. You wanted to break me in front of everyone. Now you're begging in front of them. Learn from this." She turned, leaving Vanessa to face the crowd's judgment alone. As Amara walked away, Ethan at her side, the whispers grew louder, not of scandal, but of awe. Vanessa's mistake wasn't just slapping Amara. It was underestimating a woman whose strength was her true power. For Amara, the night wasn't about revenge. It was about showing the world that no one could dim her light. Not with words, not with hate, not with a slap. And in that moment, she shone brighter than ever.